Late at night, Maya padded into the bathroom to brush her teeth. The whole evening, she'd had this strange, unsettling feeling, like a constant prickle on her skin. Something in her apartment just felt off. But she brushed it aside, chalking it up to a long day. She ran water over her toothbrush, applied the paste, and started brushing, her mind drifting. A minute later, she leaned over the sink to spit, then lifted her head toward the mirror, and she froze. Her reflection wasn't moving with her. It was just standing there, toothbrush still poised by its mouth. Maya blinked, her mind scrambling to make sense of what she was seeing. Her reflection didn't. Slowly, its head tilted to the side, a motion completely independent of her own. Then, its lips stretched into a wide, unnatural smile that didn't reach its eyes. A cold wave of terror washed over her. Her heart slammed against her ribs like a trapped bird as she took a shaky step back from the sink. But as she moved away, her reflection moved forward, pressing its hands flat against the inside of the mirror, the glass cold under its touch. It leaned in, its voice a dry, chilling whisper that seemed to crawl through the glass. "Move again. I dare you." Before a scream could even form in her throat, the bathroom light flickered violently, plunging the room into strobing darkness. Then it came back on with a hum. Maya's eyes darted back to the mirror. Her reflection was gone. It was just her own frightened face staring back. But the relief lasted only a second. The room was now freezing, the kind of deep cold that seeps into your bones. She spun around, her eyes scanning the dark corners of the small bathroom. She wasn't alone. She could feel it, a heavy presence pressing in from all sides. Then, from behind her, a soft sound, tap, tap, tap. Every muscle in her body locked up. She turned, her movements slow and robotic, dreading what she would find. Her reflection had returned. But this time, it was inches from the glass, its face so close she could see every detail. Its pupils were huge, black pools that swallowed the light. Its smile stretched impossibly far, a gruesome crescent in its pale face. It began to write on the mirror with its fingertip, the condensation from its breath fogging the glass as it carved to words. "Let me out." Maya shook her head, hot tears finally flooding her eyes, blurring the terrifying image. "No, stop, please," she whimpered, her voice barely a whisper. But the reflection didn't stop. It lifted another hand to press against the glass, then another, and another. Soon, the mirror was filled with hands, all pushing from the inside. More faces began to appear behind her reflection, shadowy figures with the same wide, predatory smiles. The air in the bathroom grew heavy, buzzing with whispers that seemed to come from everywhere at once. Soft at first, then growing louder, a chorus of ghostly voices. "Let us out, Maya, let us out." The mirror began to crack. A thin, spider web line split across the glass. Then another, and then, crack. The sound was deafening. A black, bony hand, skeletal and sharp, burst through the mirror and seized Maya's wrist in an iron grip. She finally screamed, a raw, terrified sound as she fell backward, the hand dragging her relentlessly toward the shattered glass. She dug her heels into the cool tiles, kicking wildly, fighting with every ounce of her strength. But it was no use. More hands shot out, clawing at her arms, her shoulders, her clothes, their touch like ice. Through the broken mirror, she saw it not a reflection, but a dark, endless void, crawling with distorted faces. They were all whispering, laughing, waiting for her. Her reflection leaned halfway out of the shattered frame, its face just inches from hers, its breath cold on her skin. It whispered, its voice a triumphant hiss, "You've watched us your whole life. Now it's our turn." With one final, violent pull, the hands dragged Maya into the suffocating darkness behind the mirror. The glass resealed instantly, becoming smooth and whole again. Silence descended upon the small bathroom. A minute later, the light flickered back to a steady, warm glow. The mirror looked perfectly normal, clean, untouched, except, standing inside it was Maya's reflection. It smiled softly, it blinked, all on its own. And now, they say that if you look into that mirror and stay just a little too long, her reflection will lean forward, a glint in its eye, and whisper to you, "Your turn." Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe for more chills.